Remember the voice? That deep baritone that sounded like she was trying to lower her larynx into her chest cavity? Remember the unblinking stare? The black turtleneck that screamed, "I'm the next Steve Jobs"? That Elizabeth Holmes is dead. It's January 2026. The Theranos fraud is old news. But Elizabeth Holmes has just launched her greatest product yet. It's not a blood test, it's a new personality. She's currently sitting in a federal prison in Texas, petitioning President Trump for a sentence commutation. And guess what her primary argument is? She's just a vulnerable young mother who made a mistake. She traded the turtleneck for a diaper bag, and some people are buying it. This is the Forensic Dossier. Today, we're deconstructing the psychology of the Clemency con. To understand what Holmes is doing right now in 2026, you have to understand a psychological concept called impression management. In plain English, it's the art of curating your identity to manipulate how others perceive you to get what you want. Now, we all do this a little bit. You act differently at a job interview than you do at a bar. That's normal. But for a con artist of Holmes's caliber, impression management isn't a social skill. It's a weapon. For a decade, her impression was the female tech visionary. She needed investors' money, so she adopted masculine coding, the deep voice, the aggressive stare, the uniform. She knew Silicon Valley didn't respect young women, so she essentially performed drag to get in the door. It worked for billions of dollars, until the fraud caught up with her. When the indictment dropped, the tech bro persona became a liability. No jury is going to feel bad for a Steve Jobs wannabe who vaporized grandma's retirement fund. So the impression had to shift, drastically. During her trial and sentencing, she didn't just show up as a defendant, she showed up as a new mother. She was visibly pregnant during critical legal milestones. Now look, I'm not questioning her love for her children. That's not my job. But as a forensic analyst, I have to question the timing. It is the ultimate human shield. Psychologically, it is extremely difficult for a judge or the public to separate the fraudster from the mother. She weaponized empathy. She knew that sending a mom to prison feels way worse than sending a CEO to prison, which brings us to right now, January 2026. Her appeals have mostly hit dead ends, so she's pivoting to the political solution, a commutation from President Trump. Why him? Because she knows her audience. That is the core of impression management. She isn't pitching innocence anymore. She's pitching victimhood. She's rebranding her fraud conviction as a witch hunt by the deep state, a narrative she knows the president responds to. She is tailoring her identity to an audience of one. She's betting that a powerful man who values loyalty over law will see her not as a criminal, but as a fellow martyr. It's a Hail Mary pass. But if you know Elizabeth Holmes, you know she thinks she can convince anyone of anything. The lesson here isn't about Theranos. It's about recognizing when someone is living a life versus acting a role. Elizabeth Holmes didn't have a personality. She had a wardrobe department. And right now, the costume is mom. So what do you think? Is this genuine maternal desperation, or is it just one last con on the highest level? Let me know in the comments. If you like your psychology with a side of skepticism, hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started with these con artists. This is the Forensic Dossier. Case closed.